And aloha, welcome back to the BlueNote Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and this is the first intermission show. Yeah, well, interesting start to this period. You talk about even up. The score is 1-1. Shots are even at 11. Giveaways are even at 2. Takeaways are even at 2. The only thing that's not even is power plays. The Blues have had 1, and Detroit hasn't. I'm watching both the Blues and the Detroit feeds because I have the Valley Sports app. Thank you to the person that gave that to me. And I also have Center Ice, which is giving me the Detroit feed. And the Detroit announcer said that there was no flashing there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Absolutely ridiculous. Hey, Slapshot.
Hey.
So what do you think?
I mean, it's pretty much the goalies are playing better than I expected, though Husso probably should have had that breakaway, but...
Yeah, I mean, 50-50 puck there in my eyes. You know, breakaways are 50-50. It's all on who makes that first move, right? Well, okay, Panger thought it was a weak call. I didn't. I thought, you know, you could see him, I mean, hit the stick right out of his hands. You know, so for me, I didn't see it. John says sloppy both ways. I didn't see that. Was Scandella guy. Okay. I thought, no.
It was Scandella.
That what? Got the...
He was the one that messed up the play so that they got the breakaway.
Oh, okay. Scandella messed up the play. Okay. I wasn't sure what they... this is where Shockley is.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't completely see that because I'm watching like both feeds, so I missed a little bit. You know, I'm trying to catch it all. When you're watching, I'm watching the Detroit feed because it's so. I mean, it's even more poor Detroit than our guys are poor Blues, right? Like Detroit has done nothing wrong. Oh, but they you know, they got to clean this up. They got to clean that up, and you know, they're better than the Blues. You know, they actually said they were better than the Blues.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, okay. So at the pizza box, it is 1-1 Blues. What are your initial impressions of this period?
I really liked the Blues' control at first. They were controlling in, you know, the Detroit zone, and it looked like they were doing pretty well, and then all of a sudden it kind of got sloppy in the neutral zone.
Yep. Well, tied after 1. The Blues are 3-4-1, and Detroit is 2-1-1 or 2-1-0. Sorry about that. 2-1-0. I just want to see. It wasn't just a breakout. It was a 2-0 with a trailer.
Yep.
Yeah. The power play goal, Kyrou to Buschhhh, that was well done. They got Detroit completely out of position on that one. You know, and I guess Detroit does the same thing on us. They get us out of position on a breakaway.
That was all Scandella wanting to go after the person with the puck instead of keeping with his man.
Yeah. And we've seen this with Scandella for a while, though, so this isn't anything.
I know, that's what's more frustrating.
Right, yeah, it's... I don't know. I honestly, I see it now, and I don't know how to fix it. Right? I you know, is sitting him the right thing to do? It
absolutely is. They can't sit him for too long, but yes, John, so much for the shutout. But they need to sit him down so he gets the message. Even if it's just one game, he's got to, you know, have some repercussion.
Yeah, I feel that. I really do. It's hard to sit a guy like that.
It is hard. So I understand if it's just one game, but one game would send a message because you don't normally sit a guy like that. So if they sit him, he's going to actually be like, "Oh man, they mean business."
Yeah, the problem with that is, who do you put in? If you put Wallman in, it sends the wrong message to Wallman, right?
You put Bortuzzo in.
Well, Bortuzzo's hurt right now.
No, he was cleared to come back.
He was cleared to come back, but even then, I just it's hard carrying 8 defensemen, and that's the problem.
It is hard carrying 8 defensemen, and something will give eventually. But for now, while we're doing that, they're going to have to take the opportunity to sit the defensemen that aren't playing the right way.
Here's the issue: both Wallman and Mikkola have to clear waivers.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of them will.
Yeah, it'll be Perunovic eventually.
Right? Yeah, he's going to have to go down. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know he's playing well enough to stay up. I get that. Right? I think he is playing well enough to stay up.
Oh yeah, I don't have any issues with Perunovic's play other than don't put him on the power play. But
yeah, I mean, well, that had some issue, but he's, like I said, he's playing well enough to stay up. However, with Mikkola, Mikkola to me, I felt once he got in the lineup, I mean, in the lineup, he wasn't coming out.
Yeah,
right.
I agree, and I like Mikkola. I don't want to risk him because if we waive Mikkola, he's gone. Someone will pick him up.
Oh yeah,
Wallman might have a chance of making it through waivers.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I honestly, he's gotten so much better, and he's such a young defenseman. Marianne, I get that. I know that you don't want him sent down, but it's going to have to happen. Because you can't, first of all, you can't carry 8 defensemen. It does not do that many. You can't. You're messing with somebody's career right there. Carrying 8 defensemen, you can't get them enough time in. And these are younger guys. These are guys that need the experience, and they can get experience down as well as up. Right?
The only way out of that situation is if we try and make a trade. But I don't see anyone taking Scandella for his $3 million a year.
Yeah, I don't either. And that's the thing with the trade deadline. It's going to be 1-for-1 trades. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be, because everybody's so up against the cap. I mean, over half the teams are at the cap or using LTIR.
Yep.
Right. So when you're doing that, you're it's going to have to be money for money.
Yep.
And that's what's going to be so important. So in order for someone to take them, they got to give up a $3.5 million. And I don't think they want, though. Well, no, they can't. See, that's the thing. He has to clear waivers, right? And also, if he clears waivers, he doesn't have to go. He can, basically, you have to waive Scandella. You can't send him to. You have to do what they did with Clifford. Mm-hmm. They waived Clifford, right? Waived him, and then they had planned on sending him down, but made a trade. Mm-hmm. And I just don't see that with Scandella. I don't think Scandella goes down. I just don't. It's a little bit different. I just have a hard time with them doing that. But with COVID, can we stay with 7D? Yeah, we have to. Right? 8D hurts. 8D hurts. And that's, you see it. You're seeing it already, right? You're seeing Mikkola, who's been in the press box the majority of the season, coming out and proving that he can play. Mm-hmm. Wallman now, who can play, is spending a lot of time in the press box because you can't send Bortuzzo down, because you can't send Scandella down. You're not going to send Krug down. You're not going to send Falk down. You're not going to send
Parayko down.
You know, you have this abundance of wealth, but the problem is you can't trade what you want to trade. I don't think with $3.5 million, you're not trading for another. You're not getting a forward. You're not getting a $3.5 million forward, right?
Unless somebody like I don't know, Arizona maybe wants.
I don't think Arizona needs D help though.
Probably not. More like a Seattle situation, but Seattle doesn't. Yeah,
Seattle's not taking somebody right now. Seattle would give us. I don't think, and I know Seattle wouldn't give us Dunn back. It does. The one team right now that I think would take Scandella, but I think it would only take Scandella in a package deal, are the Islanders.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that package would include Tarasenko.
Yeah.
So at that point, I can't see right now the Islanders being on I can see if, and this is what hasn't been said, what we don't know is if Tarasenko has removed his no trade clause, right? Or pulled it back, right? And that's what we don't know. My guess is that he has rolled it back, right? Because if I was him, I would have said, you know what? I gave you the teams you couldn't trade me. That list is off the table now, right?
Yeah.
So that way now he has to approve any trade, and with the condition the Islanders are in right now, I don't see that happening.
No, I don't see that happening either. And honestly, it's been pretty quiet to the point that even The Athletic was saying that they haven't even heard anything either way, if he wants to go or if he wants to stay.
Oh, can I pat myself on the back today?
Sure.
Did you see one of the articles in The Athletic today?
Yeah.
Which team am I thinking about?
I mean, I saw articles in The Athletic, but I don't know if I'm thinking of the same article you saw.
I saw an article from the Chicago Writer saying that they need to make a big decision on Taves and Kane. Right?
Yeah, they do. Pat that back.
I nailed that. And I've been talking
did.
about that since last season.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's time. I get it, Chicago. I get it. You die. You know, it's like when we let Hull walk. I get it. But right now, those guys are not doing you as good as you think they are.
No, they're not, but I still stand by the whole they should go down with that burning ship. If you trade them, you give them a chance to win a cup, which they're not going to win if they stay with Chicago. So I don't want them to have another chance.
I see that. But. You know, Jose's right. You know, you get the value for them. The thing is, as much as you want to punish them, I don't want to punish the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe you guys will. I want the Blackhawks good. I want them good because it makes the rivalry better. When that rivalry was at its best was in the mid 80s, the late 80s to early 90s, mid 90s, when both teams were good. Both teams were facing each other. Both teams were coming at it. The 2016, the last time they made the officially made the playoffs. Well, they made it a couple of years ago with the bubble, but that was a series. That was an absolute series because both teams were good. And it made the fact that they were rivals, the fact that they were in the first round, the way that series played out, the Blues going up 3-1 and having to take Chicago coming back to take it to Game 7, the overtime games. I want Chicago good. I'll let those guys go and first of all, the teams that are going to take them, right? That's the thing. The teams that are going to take them, I wouldn't mind us outscoring Chicago 16-2 this season. No, I wouldn't either. I don't want them to, but I want that rivalry to be good, and the rivalry's good when both teams are playing well. One team's playing like crap, it just takes away from the rivalry. It really does.
Fair enough.
I think that the teams that are going to take them are mediocre teams that are not going to have a chance to win the cup. They have no trade and no movement clauses, so they have some say in it. But I actually think that they're going to be asked to waive those and not submit lists. That's what I do, right? And go from it that way because you're not the teams that they want to go to. You're not going to get them traded to.
Yeah.
Right. You're not going to get him traded to. Okay, put it this way. Let's say Kane does submit his list, and one of the teams, one of the teams not on the list is the Blues. Do the Blues go after him? Do the Blues go after Taves?
God, no.
That's just something that you got to look at there. I have a hard time with this, but for me, it's time now for Chicago, and Chicago's got to get rid of all pieces of that 2010 team. It's all got to be gone. And the way Duncan Keith came off in that press conference, oh man, it made me sick to my stomach. Right, the way he came off in that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you my other joke for Jose last night.
Oh.
It was, and he's here. I got up there, and I think the third joke I told was, oh, by the way, I'm Jose's version of, oh, God, I hate when I go blank. Affirmative action. I was like the second white guy to get up. I thought I was going to be the first white guy, so it was actually really funny. It got a chuckle. I got good chuckles leading up to my one good joke. So, I'll get better.
You will. Practice makes perfect, buddy.
Man, this. He didn't want me to tell it, but I thought it was good. Yeah. I mean, the all the comics up there. I think the one guy was like half Korean, half German.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a Thai lady, a Chinese lady, a Korean or a Chinese guy, a Filipino guy. I mean, it was all mixed. A couple black guys. Then the four guys that were there. Tank and Scandella for Kane and maybe throw in the late draft pick. No way. No.
No.
No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. No. Would not do it. That Tank does not need to be in a Blackhawks jersey.
And Taves doesn't need to be in a Blues jersey. All the nasty stuff he said about St. Louis, no.
Yeah, and not just him, Kane too.
Yeah.
Right? I'm with you. I just, Chris Shockley says Kane not even a Hall of Famer. Yeah, but he's going to be in one. Right? Well, game's almost back on. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Hopefully they come out
in the second period. Aloha, mahalo, and we'll see you at the second intermission.